Inside a glass-walled house nestled in the woods, older Adam packs a bag while debating the rules of time travel with his younger self. The invisible soldiers breach the perimeter. Older Adam throws a gravity grenade that ripples through the air, knocking the invisible attackers back, but they are quickly overwhelmed by heavily armored troopers storming the room. They flee into the forest. Older Adam engages the soldiers in hand-to-hand combat, his mag-sile extending into a glowing staff weapon that sends enemies flying with kinetic pulses. He fights with brutal efficiency, but takes a painful hit to his wounded side. Just as they are cornered by a soldier named Christos, an old Academy rival, a massive futuristic ship looms overhead. The villain, Saurian, speaks from the cockpit, demanding Adam surrender. Suddenly, a blast of energy strikes the enemy ship from the flank. It is Laura, older Adam's wife. She tosses him a rifle, and together they neutralize the threat using pulse waves that disintegrate the armored foes into colorful dust. The trio escapes in Laura's beat-up blue truck, speeding down a wet forest road. Enemy troopers on flying hoverboards pursue them, firing blasters. Older Adam leans out the passenger window, extending his staff weapon to knock a pursuer off his board and into a tree. Laura drives aggressively, dodging laser fire and crashing through the dense undergrowth to shake the tail. They arrive at a remote cabin by a lake. Inside, Laura explains the truth. She has been stranded in the past for 4 years. She reveals that Saurian traveled back to an even earlier time, 2018, to alter the timeline. By giving her younger self future intel, Saurian amassed wealth and seized control of the time travel program, creating the dystopian future they are fleeing. Laura insists that to fix the timeline, Adam must go back to 2018 and stop time travel from ever being invented. This means confronting his father, Louis Reed, the creator of the magnetic particle accelerator known as the Adam Project. Saurian's forces track them to the cabin. Realizing they are outgunned, Laura makes a desperate decision. She urges Adam to take the remaining jet and jump to 2018 while she holds off the attack. Despite Adam's protests, she kisses him goodbye and sacrifices herself to buy the two Adams enough time to reach their own ship. Older Adam and young Adam launch into the sky. They are immediately pursued by Saurian's fighter drones through a narrow, rocky canyon. Older Adam pilots skillfully, dragging the ship along the canyon walls to destroy the pursuers. Young Adam, terrified but thrilled, watches as they engage the enemy. With the ship's reactor damaged, they have only one shot at a time jump. As they breach the cloud layer, a wormhole opens. They blast through it just as Saurian's ship fires, escaping the future. The ship crash lands in the woods of 2018. The two Adams hike into town and head to the local university. They find Louis Reed in a lecture hall, passionately teaching physics to a bored class. He speaks about the beauty of mistakes and the hard work of science. Young Adam, unable to contain himself, runs down the aisle and hugs his father, who is bewildered by the sudden affection from a strange child. Older Adam follows, visibly confused, but he did recognize them as his son. Later, the three walk across the campus. Louis argues that time travel violates the natural order and refuses to help them destroy his life's work, fearing the catastrophic consequences of further altering the timeline. Older Adam, fueled by years of resentment, lashes out at his father's prioritizing of science over his family. The meeting ends poorly with both of them hitting each other. The Adams retreat to a motel room. The tension boils over as older Adam rants about their father's ego and emotional distance. Young Adam, seeing past the anger, challenges his older self. He points out that older Adam hates their dad not because he was distant, but because he died, and it was easier to be angry than to miss him. He forces older Adam to admit that he bought the baseball mitt years ago not to be annoying, but because he desperately wanted his dad to play catch with him. Meanwhile, inside a sleek, modern office at night, the younger version of Maya Saurian is speaking on the phone when she is interrupted by her future self, older Saurian. Younger Saurian is annoyed, noting that her future self had promised not to return. Older Saurian dismisses this and emphasizes that the Adam Project is their legacy. Older Saurian reveals she has returned because she needs to protect that legacy from Adam Reed, warning that he is coming to betray them. When younger Saurian points out that Adam is currently just a little kid, older Saurian bitterly remarks that he grows up to be a massive problem. That night, older Adam sits alone at a picnic table outside the motel, looking at a holographic image of Laura. Young Adam joins him. The bitterness has subsided, replaced by a shared melancholy and understanding of their grief. Meanwhile, at the Reed home, Louis stands in the kitchen with his wife Ellie. Visibly shaken by the encounter, he asks her if their son seems sad lately.